She explained a very useful term, and I want y'all to know this because apparently it scares the crap out of Korean dudes online. So if they're being perverts, you should say this to them in Korean. For some reason, like, this is just the thing that annoys me the most as a foreign female about dating in Korea, and a lot of my friends can relate to this too. What's up, idols? It's CC Lesson 3. Welcome back to my channel. Bang bang. So for today's video, I am going to attempt to tackle and answer some questions. I still get a lot, even though I feel like I've talked about it quite a bit. We might as well delve into it a little bit more because I'm in quarantine. I really don't have much else to talk about. This video is going to be more about dating in Korea as a foreigner, some of the frustrations, some of the differences and similarities that I've experienced, some of my friends as well. There's a lot that we all tend to have in common. So if that is what you're interested in, then that's what this video is going to be about. But I also want to mention, about 2 weeks ago, I started a giveaway for the Skin Star box, all these skincare stuff from Korea, and I will announce the winner of that at the end of this video, so stick around to see if you won. For all this stuff here, I'll announce the winner now. Drum roll. Also, I'm going to be reading my favorite comments from the Me Part 2 Fails Dating Creep video. That's going to be at the end of the video too. And you can stick around to see if one of your comments were chosen because y'all are hella funny. I be cackling and scrolling and cackling. Also, I have channel memberships that I started about 2 months ago. You get access to our Discord chat, our Zoom calls where we're trying to organize it so one day a week is for like just chatting, and the other day is like for practicing Korean exclusive content like my K-pop dance covers. I already did Blood, Sweat, Tears. I did Fire. I bled, I sweat, and I cried for that one. They voted to take it a little easy on me, so I'm doing Hwasa. Hwasa's Maria. Maria by Hwasa. Maria. This fucking chair. So if you want to see that content, then you can consider joining. It's 99 cents a month, loaded with pucks. I'm always working on them to try to make them better and see what people actually want from me, because I'm trying to give as much as I possibly can. So yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, let's go back. I remember the very first Korean I had a crush on was Hwarang from Tekken. Do y'all know Tekken?
이게 뭐야? 이겼는데 전혀 신나지 않잖아.
All my gamers, holla at me in the comments. And the first real life crush I had was Taeyang from Big Bang. And I still love him, but he's married, so I've moved on. I'm not hurt. Now, I get a lot of comments and a lot of questions and a lot of queries about dating in Korea as a foreigner. There's the pros and cons, similarities and differences, like any other country. Full disclosure, I know a lot of people who are interested in Korea love K-pop and or Korean dramas. So they have it in their minds that everybody there looks like that. And I'm gonna just tell you, it's false. It's just like any other place. There are some good guys, there are some not so good guys. And I just feel like I wanna give people a wake-up call. Like, it is not anything special. It's actually quite difficult because language barrier, cultural differences, the stares you get, people are like, oh, what is this? Why are they together? So there's just some things you gotta like prepare yourself for, to be realistic. It's 2020, we've come a long way, but there's still a lot of Korean people who are not open to seeing that, especially the older people, older generations. And because of that, a lot of younger guys don't want to marry a foreigner because they're like, what would my family think? But they think it's fun. Where they can be like riding the black horse, riding the white horse. And these are not terms I'm making up. These are actual terms they refer to when sleeping with foreigners. The thing that is the most frustrating for me and a lot of my friends, I think every friend I've ever made who's been to Korea or lives in Korea still can relate to this. They always think when they see a foreigner, it's like they scan for it because they're like, easy. They think we're all easy, and I don't understand. I think it has a lot to do with how K-pop and Korean dramas are very popular all over the world. It's getting really popular these days, and people are like, oh, I want to find my oppa. I want to marry an oppa. Oppa, 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 oppa. I don't understand, but to each their own. You know, I'm not here to judge. And if you guys have been to Korea, if you guys have dated in Korea, if you guys have met guys in Korea, please let me know in the comments if what I'm saying is false. Let me know what your experience was like, because it's not impossible for them to take you seriously. It happens. I know 2 Americans who are married to Korean guys. It's not unheard of, it's just not very likely. They like to have their fun, FWB, ONS, hook up, open mind, and then be like, well, bye. Like, for example, one thing that they'll do, because like I mentioned in that meet video, I never ever give out my phone number to people. Never. I don't do that. But I don't really mind giving out cacao because that's how everybody keeps in touch. So this one dude randomly, and this happens, probably will happen to you a lot. Some dude named Pada. I don't know if it's like the C Pada. I don't know. But it says, hey. I said, who's this? He goes, LOL, you don't live in Korea no more, huh? Met you through Tinder while back. I said, bye. He said, yep, you haven't changed. Like, what is the... You'll probably notice that a lot, where people will just come back. You could not hear from them for months and weeks, and then they come back like, hey girl, how you been? And it's like, who are you?
Who is it? It is a friend of mine. Who is it?
That happens all the time. I don't usually block everyone who ghosts me. I just delete the profile or whatever. But anyway, it just kind of, just to show you what it's like. That's just an example. That literally just happened a few hours ago. And I was just like, wow, perfect timing for today's video. Now, I kind of just like what I like. If you fit my mental criteria and you're funny and you're sweet, I'm like, okay, how you doing, boy? That's just kind of how I've always been. So when I went to Korea, I kind of saw it as a chance to, what are they like over here? What are the boys like overseas? And I've talked about this before in my interracial dating rants, because people are like, oh, why don't you date a black dude? I'm like,
what they do? What they do?
The 3 black dudes that are here who are single, I should date one of them. I should hunt them down and just you. Like, I'm gonna go to a whole nother country just to find more of me. You know what I mean? Why not test the water a little bit? And then I do have actually a funny story. This one black dude I did meet in Korea, and we were in Itaewon. This is a short story. We met up, we exchanged cacaos, and then he asked for my Instagram. I looked at his page. He has a baby and a fiance. I'm like, wow, you didn't even try to hide that.
Bruh.
You'd think he'd be like, oh yeah, I'm not really on social media. I don't have Instagram. He was trying to meet up one night, and I was like, oh, you should probably call your fiance or check on you. He said, oh damn, you saw that, huh? I was like, yeah, I saw that. That went nowhere. So you'll probably find that a lot too. A lot of foreign guys who are there either have families back home or they're there to date Korean women. So for me, by far, the biggest frustration with dating in Korea as a foreigner is they think that we're all easy. I blame it on the media. In the West, in particular in America, we're very open on film and in music about doing the horizontal tango. I don't know why I called it that. Or the rumba. The rumba's a more sensual dance. Yeah, this is the rumba. So like, I get it in a way, because in Korea they're a lot more discreet. It happens just as, you know, as normal as it does over here in America, but they try to hide that. They don't really want that image put out there. So when they're all like, and we're all like, they kind of think that we're all like that. So especially when you're in the club. I don't get approached in the club, thank goodness. Like, it doesn't really happen to me very often, but my friends, my friends are always questioned about like, oh, love motel, do you like ramen? Because in Korea, Netflix and chill is like ramen. Like, do you want to eat ramen at my place? That's Netflix and chill for them. They have love motels, they go to DVD bongs. I'm sure you guys have heard about that. It's literally a room you can rent and watch movies. In Korea, rent is pretty expensive. Like the deposit is pretty expensive, so people live with their parents for longer. And they're not gonna bring a girl over to their house with their mom cooking kimchi downstairs, no. So they bring them to a DVD bong. And don't go, don't do it. I've never been on a cacao. It wasn't like a serious message. Some dude was like, oh, do you know what a DVD bong is? And I was like, yes. And he's like, oh, do you wanna go? I'm like,
Nope.
honestly, I feel like it's my job to humble them, because I really feel like a lot of guys in Korea are riding this Hallyu wave, seeing K-pop and Korean dramas being so popular worldwide that they feel like, oh my god, we're global, we're all international. It's like, no, now I'm just global. You just work at CU. I can fully admit, I am a lot more mean to guys than I am to girls. Korean girls, I love Korean girls. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. They're bubbly and flirty. They compliment you. They want to practice their English. They love your dress. They, oh, your butt, oh, and they like hit your butt in the club.
Leg out.
I love Korean girls. Korean dudes, I am way more skeptical of. I'm always giving the side eye and I don't trust them. So So yeah, it's my job. I've taken it upon myself to be the humbler, especially the dude who thinks everybody wants them. If he ever comes my way, I'm like, not interested, mate. I don't know, I don't like cockiness for one. That's like my biggest turnoff. I hate that a lot. Even if I'm just one foreigner, I want them to know we're not all like that. And let me know, like, if you guys have experienced what I've experienced, or if this is making any sense to you. If you've dated a Korean, if you visited Korea, do you get approached and asked very casually about love motels and DVD bongs? Let me know in the comments, because I'm very curious. A lot of my friends can relate to this, especially if they've been to Korea, if they live in Korea, if they've studied or visited, whatever the case is. They're used to things progressing to that level very quick, and they're just like, I thought we were getting tea. I'll talk about my ex a little bit, because we don't talk anymore, like at all. He has a new girlfriend. She didn't want us to communicate anymore, which is fine, understandable. Not really. But yeah, like we met on Tinder. He wasn't overly flirty or if anything, it was me who was a bit more suggestive, especially when we went to Hong Kong. I was like, so we're alone, out of the country on a vacation. And he was like, oh, like, huh, yeah, I know, it's crazy, right? I was the one that was kind of more active in pursuing him in that way. I kind of want to feel like it's my idea to do it versus them being like a hoe and that's all they want, because that's how I perceive it in my mind. He was a perfect gentleman. He was a real sweetheart. Like I said, you know, dating in Korea is really not all that different from dating in whatever country you're from. I just wish I knew this before I went to Korea. Like, all these Korean boys think that we're all easy. 너무 쉽게, 이게 너무 쉽다. They think buoy when they see you, and they think it's a notch to put in their belt. I think that's it. So yeah, I don't really understand how Korean men got put on like this pedestal just because K-pop is popular now and Korean dramas are popular. Just don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. And I feel like I want to talk more about that maybe in another video. But for now, I'm going to wrap this up and we're going to head on to the comment features, and then I will announce the skincare giveaway winner. So these comments are from my "This is the worst dating app ever" MIF fails part 2 video. So this first comment is from Larini Linguini. Another example of I don't think I actually like men, I'm just attracted to them. It's really hard to find a good one. Like, I don't understand. This next one is from Kevin Walker, and I do gotta say, considering that my audience, the people who like these videos, are like 90% female, the dudes that stick around are treasures. So thank you, Kevin. LOL, saying your approach isn't gonna get you nowhere but a restraining order or on a watch list, some SMH. Facts. I don't understand how people are like, I'm a perv, that'll get her. No, it won't. James S. I just want to know what kind of positive reinforcement is getting all of these guys to have these creepy bios. Are people actually hooking up with them from these profiles? That's what I want to know. Unless they're just insane, because you know the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing and expecting a different outcome. So either they're insane, which is a legit possibility, or this actually working and they're getting people, which makes me scared. K-pop edits. Damn, I've been talking to this Korean guy recently and he is very nice and respectful. He's funny too. See, like, it's not impossible to meet a nice Korean dude as a foreigner. Moses Macon. Now I'm gonna read this in a British accent because I know he's British, because we've been doing Zoom calls and Skype calls and stuff, so I know he's British. Don't you ever apologize for doing a British accent. I'll be waiting for more. I think I'm improving on my accent, yeah. I'm Pig, oink oink, not the chair trying to frame you. Look, y'all, this, it likes to make it look or appear that I'm farting, and I would edit that out if I did. This is just a squeaky chair. Now this next comment, I actually used her MIF screenshots in the video, and she explained a very useful term, and I want y'all to know this because apparently it scares the crap out of Korean dudes online. So if they're being perverts, you should say this to them in Korean. Thanks for using my MIF fails, lol, at scandalous_age. The one from men is also mine. 통신매체랑 위반법 is a very strict anti-harassment law with serious consequences. I learned that from an expat group to use that scares the shit out of perverts. So if there's a dude that's being a little creepy or extra pervy and creepy online, if you say this Korean phrase to them, it will scare them away. Because literally he just said sorry right after she said it. I was like, dang, what does that mean? Because I just learned how to say, if you want to get a Korean man where it really hurts, bondegi. That means like a little a little guy. All he said was, hey, after, cause, okay, I'll show y'all this. I went to Busan and I was swiping on Tinder in Busan because I wanted someone to help show us around. We actually did find someone who showed us around and he was very nice, but then at the end he started to tell me like, oh, you're so hot and how are you so hot? And I gave my friend Coco, same girl from that story time, we went to Busan together, I gave her the look and she was like, we gotta go now, and we like linked arms and skipped off to the bus stop. So and then he said, I want you. So I said, bondegi, which means little guy. And he said, hey. So if you want to like offend and upset a Korean man, you can say bondegi or tongshin mechem danwi banbo. All right, back to the comments. Thinker Dan, I love when you use the Kingdom Hearts music. It brings me back to my childhood. Thank you. Me too. Drea, I tried it out today and I highly regret it. One even threatened to kill me today. I think she means she tried out Neef and it's a scary place. Proceed with extreme caution if you have to proceed, because I wouldn't even proceed. And this last comment is from Vanessa V Kitties 85. Wait, people don't watch videos they are enjoying to the end? Monsters do that. Yeah, don't be a monster. Watch my video all the way to the end. If you made it this far, thank you. You're helping me out a lot, because when the videos are getting watched longer, they keep being recommended. If the view rate drops after like 2 minutes or 3 minutes, then YouTube's like, that's no good. So don't do that. Help me.
Help me! Help me! Nick! Help me!
So for the, all right, actually, let me get the box for you. Hold up. Sorry, there's a lot in this box. Okay, we've got a winner for all this stuff here. I'll announce the winner now. Drum roll. Okay, on YouTube, her username is Lady Q. So, if that is you, please DM me on Instagram with your shipping information and I will get this out to you as soon as possible. I'm not sure if I'm gonna ship the whole box because that might be expensive. So I might put it in a smaller box and put the products in it. So thank you everyone who entered, and I'm going to be doing another skincare giveaway very soon because I have another box. This is getting out of hand. But I mean, SkinStar is really nice. I really do like this stuff. It lasts me a long time, so I don't need this many. I'm still on my very first box over there. I got this one that I'm giving away to Lady Q. And this one just came to me like 3 days ago. So I'm gonna be announcing a giveaway for this one soon as well. And stay tuned for that. Okay, I think I'm done. So yeah, thanks for watching if you did. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and watch these videos for as long as you can because it tells the algorithm I make great content, and I think I do. So I will see you guys next time. Annyeong.